Okay, hey Fernando, it's good to see you here.
See you soon.
We're getting ready to start our season. You ready for it? You've been preparing?
I'm ready for this season. I think that's great.
Do you get to talk to a lot of fans in the off season? You see a lot of people?
Yeah, they've been asking me about the team, and I say the team looks pretty good. I think it's going to be an exciting season.
Please do not forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload next. Fernando Valenzuela was not just a baseball player. He was a symbol of hope, pride, and joy for many people, especially for the Mexican and Mexican-American communities. His rise from a small town in Mexico to becoming a star pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers was like a dream come true, and it inspired countless fans. This is the story of his life, the impact he left behind, and the legacy that lives on. Fernando was born on November 1, 1960, in a small village in Sonora, Mexico, called Huaquila. Life was simple there, and most people worked hard to make ends meet. Fernando grew up in a large family with 11 siblings, and they didn't have much. But he always had a special love for baseball. Even as a young boy, he practiced his pitching for hours with his brothers. His strength, passion, and dedication were evident even back then. As he grew older, his talent became impossible to ignore. He had a unique pitching style, and he could throw with such skill and precision that people started to notice. Soon, he was discovered by a scout from the United States. In 1979, at just 18 years old, Fernando signed with the Los Angeles Dodgers, one of the most famous baseball teams in the world. It was the beginning of a journey that would change his life forever. Fernando didn't speak much English when he first arrived in the US, and adjusting to a new country was challenging. But he was focused on his dreams, and his talent spoke louder than words. In 1981, he got his big break when the Dodgers gave him a chance to pitch in a major league game. That year, Fernando took the world by storm. He pitched with a calm, confident presence that made him look like he had been playing in the major leagues for years. His intense gaze toward the sky before each pitch, combined with his extraordinary skill, became his trademark. Fans quickly fell in love with Fernando's style and determination. They called it Fernando Mania. Every time he pitched, stadiums filled with cheering fans. People from all backgrounds came to watch him. For the Mexican and Latino communities, Fernando was a hero, a reminder that they too could achieve greatness. His success on the field felt like a shared victory for everyone who looked up to him. During his time with the Dodgers, Fernando achieved what most players only dream of. In 1981, he won the Rookie of the Year award and the Cy Young Award. He was the first player to ever win both awards in the same season. His contributions helped lead the Dodgers to a World Series victory that year. Fernando had become a true baseball legend, loved not only for his skill but for his humility, kindness, and the joy he brought to the game. But Fernando's journey was not without challenges. As he continued his career, he faced injuries and setbacks that slowed him down. Even though he struggled at times, he never gave up. He continued to pitch with heart, always giving his best. His resilience and dedication to the game were admired by his teammates and fans alike. He showed that greatness isn't just about winning, it's also about the strength to keep going, even when things get tough. After leaving the Dodgers, Fernando played for other teams, but he always remained connected to the Dodgers and the fans who loved him. Eventually, he returned to the Dodgers as a Spanish-language broadcaster, bringing his voice and wisdom to the game he loved. He was no longer on the field, but he was still a part of the Dodgers family, cheering for the team and supporting the players. Fernando's impact went far beyond the baseball field. He inspired a generation of young Latinos to believe in themselves and to dream big. For many, he was more than a baseball player. He was a role model, a reminder that with hard work and dedication, anything is possible. His life showed that dreams can come true, even for a boy from a small village in Mexico. On October 27, 2024, the news broke that Fernando Valenzuela had passed away at the age of 63, just days before the World Series. The baseball world was in shock. People mourned the loss of a true legend. Messages of love and remembrance poured in from fans, players, and celebrities around the world. The Dodgers and fans everywhere were heartbroken, but they knew that Fernando's legacy would live on forever. The Dodgers honored Fernando's memory with a touching tribute before the World Series game. Fans wore jerseys with his number, 34, and held signs that read, "Thank you, Fernando." The stadium was filled with love, respect, and gratitude for a man who had given so much to the game and to the fans. As a picture of Fernando's smiling face appeared on the big screen, the crowd stood in silence, remembering the joy he had brought to their lives. Fernando may be gone, but his spirit lives on. His story will continue to inspire people to follow their dreams and to believe in the power of hard work, resilience, and kindness. Through his life, Fernando showed us that greatness is not just about achievements, it's about the heart, dedication, and love we put into everything we do. Today, people remember Fernando Valenzuela not only as a baseball legend but as a man who brought hope and pride to millions. His journey from a small village in Mexico to the heights of Major League Baseball is a testament to the power of dreams. His legacy is a reminder that heroes come in many forms and that the impact of one life can last forever. As fans look back on Fernando's career, they celebrate not only the incredible player he was but also the generous, humble person he remained throughout his life. His legacy will continue to live on in the hearts of those who admired him, in the stories shared by families, and in the dreams of young athletes inspired by his journey. The legacy of a legend. Fernando Valenzuela's story is one of hope, resilience, and love for the game of baseball. He was more than a player, he was an icon, a hero, and a friend to the fans who watched him play. His journey reminds us that no matter where we come from, we all have the potential to achieve greatness. And although he has left us, his spirit will continue to shine brightly in the hearts of those who remember him. In the end, Fernando's legacy is a gift to all of us, a reminder to dream big, to work hard, and to never lose sight of what truly matters. He may have passed away, but Fernando Valenzuela will always be remembered as a true legend of baseball and a beloved member of the Dodgers family. His story will live on, inspiring future generations to reach for their own dreams, just as he did. A community united in grief and gratitude. As the world mourned Fernando Valenzuela's passing, communities across Los Angeles and beyond held gatherings to remember him. His legacy was deeply felt among Mexican and Mexican-American families who saw in him a symbol of pride and representation. From young children learning to pitch in community leagues to seasoned fans who remembered his Fernando Mania days, everyone had a story about Fernando. He wasn't just a hero, he was family. In the days following the news, murals of Fernando began to appear across Los Angeles, honoring his role in the city's sports history. Artists painted him with his iconic stance, looking up to the sky before a pitch, eyes full of determination. People left flowers, baseballs, and heartfelt notes at the murals, sharing messages of gratitude. "Thank you, Fernando, for showing us the power of dreams, you made us believe," and "Once a Dodger, always a Dodger." At Dodger Stadium, fans gathered to hold candlelight vigils. Many wore his jersey, with the number 34 proudly displayed on their backs, and shared memories of watching Fernando pitch. Families recounted stories of seeing him in his prime, cheering as he led the Dodgers to victory. Some brought their children, hoping they, too, could understand the impact Fernando had on the game and the community. There was a sense of unity, of shared grief, and of gratitude for the joy and pride Fernando brought into their lives. A legacy that transcends generations. Fernando's story continues to inspire new generations. Young baseball players, especially those from Latino backgrounds, look up to him as a trailblazer who broke barriers in Major League Baseball. His success made it clear that talent and hard work could bring success, no matter where one comes from. Coaches and mentors in baseball academies often share Fernando's story with their players, reminding them of the values he stood for: dedication, resilience, and humility. In schools across Los Angeles, teachers held discussions about Fernando's impact. They spoke about how he didn't just win games, he also opened doors for future players of all backgrounds. His legacy paved the way for a more inclusive sport, reminding the world of the importance of representation. Fernando showed that diversity strengthens communities and that every dream, no matter how big or small, is worth pursuing. Reflections from fellow players and friends. Fernando's former teammates and fellow athletes shared memories of him with the press. Some recalled his humor and kindness off the field, how he always had time for fans and respected everyone he met. Vin Scully, the beloved Dodgers broadcaster, once said, "Fernando was a joy to watch, but an even greater joy to know. He pitched for the people. He played for everyone who believed in the power of dreams." Tommy Lasorda, the former Dodgers manager, often shared how proud he was to have been part of Fernando's journey. "I saw the fire in his eyes, and I knew he had something special," he once said. He never lost sight of where he came from, and he never forgot the fans who supported him. That's what made him so special. For those who knew him personally, Fernando's character and humility stood out even more than his talent on the mound. The Dodgers' emotional World Series dedication. As the World Series began, the Dodgers wore patches on their jerseys with the number 34, in memory of Fernando. His presence was felt in every corner of the stadium. Before the first pitch, a special ceremony honored Fernando, with players, coaches, and fans standing in silence as they remembered the man who had given so much to the team and to the sport. Fernando's family was present, and they were touched by the outpouring of love and respect from the fans and the Dodgers organization. During the game, whenever a Dodgers pitcher threw a perfect strike, the crowd erupted, as if Fernando's spirit was guiding them. The players seemed to play with an extra sense of purpose, honoring Fernando's legacy through their own dedication and hard work. After the game, fans gathered outside the stadium, reminiscing about the Fernando Mania days and sharing how he had brought them joy, pride, and a sense of belonging. An enduring inspiration. Years from now, Fernando Valenzuela will still be remembered, not just as a legendary Dodgers pitcher but as an icon who broke barriers and inspired a generation to dream big. His story will live on through the fans who remember him, the young players who look up to him, and the community he brought together through his love of baseball. For those who grew up watching him, his legacy is a reminder of what is possible when talent meets heart, and when dreams are nurtured by resilience and determination. Fernando's passing is a loss that echoes through the baseball world and beyond, but his impact will never fade. His spirit lives on in every baseball thrown with passion, in every fan who cheers with hope, and in every person who believes that, like Fernando, they too can rise from humble beginnings to leave a mark on the world. In honoring Fernando Valenzuela, we celebrate more than just a great athlete. We celebrate a man who taught us about the power of dreams, about the strength in hard work, and about the joy in sharing success with others. His legacy will forever remind us that heroes come not just from triumphs on the field, but from the love they inspire in the hearts of those who believe in them. And as long as baseball is played, the spirit of Fernando Mania will live on, inspiring generations to come. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to daily updates and never miss a video.